So, let me tell you what I was trying to achieve with this video, and then I'll very clearly tell you why I couldn't achieve it. As you may or may not know, if you've played any of the old Metal Gears, you know that the guards have a field of vision. They have a little cone in front of them, or you can see it on the radar so you know where they can see, and all you have to do to avoid detection is stay out of that cone of vision. Simple. Now, I assumed it was the same on this, and it pretty much is. And I wanted to try and put a definite number on the amount of meters that it was that you could be seen, whether you were standing, whether you were crouched, whether you were prone. But it seems to be pretty much impossible. There are so many variables, and I found so many different outcomes to the same situations, if that makes sense. I'll give you some examples in a minute. But yeah, for the most part, just really random. Some stuff that just doesn't make sense and is a bit silly, and then other things that do kind of give you a rough guideline to what distances they can see. So if I had to put rough numbers to it, it would be these. Okay, these are some numbers I got for just standard run-of-the-mill guards. Simple guards standing around, walking around, not in guard towers, not snipers, not gunships, not in tanks or vehicles, just standard run-of-the-mill guards. So starting in the top left, 70 meters to 45 meters. If you're stood up, you can be seen. That's seen, not spotted. So if you're seen, they just come and they notice you and they come and have a look, you know. And spotted is when they go into alert and start shooting at you. So anything above 70 meters, standing up, even in broad daylight, you cannot be seen. So you can sprint around, jump around, roll around over 70 meters straight up in front of someone and they cannot see you over 70 meters. So that's kind of the safe point. If you go below that, that's when you can maybe be seen. I've been seen at 65 meters, 60 meters, 55 meters. So that's what I mean by it's really variable, and it seems to just vary with different guards. And it's impossible to tell which guard can see how far. So your best bet is just to never stand up when you get below 70 meters in range of a guard. If you're below 45 meters and you're moving, you will be instantly spotted if you're standing up. If you stood still, you can be seen but not spotted below 45 meters if you stood still. And you'll be instantly spotted below 20 meters if you stood still. Again, don't take these as solid concrete numbers because they're not always the same. So it's kind of impossible to predict. Crouched, I'm sure you can figure the rest out from here. Crouched, below 45 meters you'll be seen. Above 45 meters you should be fine, whether it's daylight, nighttime, whatever. But I'm pretty sure I have been spotted at like 50 odd sometimes. So again, don't trust it completely. Then below 20 meters but above 10 meters you can be spotted. Obviously below 10 meters you can be spotted as well. But sometimes I found that I have been spotted at like 15 meters. So like I say, it's just really unpredictable. Then prone seems to be the most reliable one of the three. When you're in prone above 20 meters you're fine, you can do whatever the hell you want pretty much, but as soon as you go below 20 you'll be seen. Again, sometimes I have been seen at like 25 meters, so it does vary in certain situations, and then you won't be spotted until they're below 10 meters away from you. So that's literally as soon as it hits 9 meters they will spot you. It's that kind of on the numbers. So 10 meters you're completely fine, and below 9 you're instantly spotted. I'll show you that in a second. You can use stealth mode where you press the button and you kind of lie down a little bit further and it somehow makes you less visible. That can sometimes reduce that number to maybe 7 or 6 meters away, where you can get away with before you get spotted. But again, those two numbers are probably the most reliable ones, prone. Now let me show you what I mean. So here I am, broad daylight, out in the open, plain sight, plain view, in front of two guards over 70 meters away. They can't see me. But as soon as I go under 70 meters, they will detect me. So then they'll come and have a look, and you can see, even if I run around in front of them, stood up, they won't see me until it goes below 45 meters. See, as soon as it hit 44 meters, he was on alert. But then this guy, who's in the same area, who's less than 70 meters away, looking straight at me, cannot see me for some reason. I thought maybe the combat grade of the guard might have something to do with it, like better guards can see further. But that guard that saw me at 70 meters had an E grade combat, so don't think that's the case. And when this guy does spot me, it's when I'm crouched and go below 45 meters. So you can see why I'm thoroughly confused and couldn't really get any definitive results. Here's another one. 50 odd meters away, then suddenly decides that he can see me. It's almost like it works the same way as Metal Gear 3 did. If you played Metal Gear 3 and you had camo on in the right area, it would give you a percentage, and then that would determine whether you got spotted. It's almost like it's the same thing, but we just can't see the percentage number. And as you see this guy running towards me, he can't see me sat straight in front of him because I'm sat still. And he'll see me at 9 meters sat still, but if I move before that, instantly sees me. And here's one more in the standing up phase, which again just throws me off completely. So I'm over 45 meters, I'm fine. And then when I step a little bit to the right, go back into 45 meters and then into 44, instantly spots me. Doesn't even bother seeing me, coming to investigate, he just sees me straight up. Why can this guy see me and the other guys couldn't at 45? It's bizarre, can't really explain it, but that seems to be how it is. This donut in a watchtower has absolutely no clue, and as you can see I'm running around very close to him. Granted he doesn't have a light on, but still you'd think he'd see me, otherwise what the hell's the point of him being up there? So this is another thing. I think elevation can play into it a lot, and at the right elevation they just completely won't see you, or will see you. As you can see here, I'm sat right in front of a sniper less than 50 meters away, and he does not have a freaking clue. Maybe he's looking through his scope, so maybe he's looking over me perhaps? Not sure. Seems a bit weird though. And like I say, elevation, camouflage, light, all this stuff plays into it, but it's hard to really know how much each thing does for you. As this other sniper in the same area, same mission, a few minutes later, over 70 meters away, sees me instantly. So how can the one below 50 not see me, but the one above 70 get? Like, just mind-boggling. Now, as I said, prone is the most reliable one. Doesn't seem to be too much variation in results with this. Above 20 meters, you're fine. As soon as you go below it, they will start to notice you. So if you take anything away from this video, it's that prone can really get you out of most situations. If someone sees you and you hear that little like someone spotted you, just go prone, hit the deck, find out where they are and try to move away from them. And it's not till you get below 10 meters where they spot you. So if you take any concrete thing away from this video, it's that if you're above 10 meters and you're prone, you're completely safe from all kinds of being spotted. The only danger may be spotlights or searchlights. Night vision, I'm not sure if guards with night vision may come into play and may affect that, but for the most part, being above 10 meters in prone, you are safe. So overall, I think it's good to just be aware of all the factors that come into play when being spotted, and this is just all the obvious things that most people are probably already doing. So camo, whether you've taken the appropriate camo for the environment. Light, whether it's night or day, whether you're stood under a light, whether someone's shining a light on you. Distance, obviously what the whole video has been about, how far away you are from the target. Movement, sometimes movement speed does play into whether you get spotted, so if you do the full speed crouch walk, then you might get seen, but if you do that same crouch walk and do it slowly, you might not get seen. So keep speed in mind for how fast you're moving. Shadows, obviously staying in the shadows is meant to help. I've tried it, I've tried to mess around with it, but I haven't found it helped that much. But on one of the loading screens it does say that shadows are meant to keep you a little bit safer, so you might as well stay in them as much as possible. Grass, obviously creeping through the grass is a big thing, staying in bushes, better than creeping across an open road or something. And elevation, if you're higher than the target or if they're higher than you, that can play into whether they see you sometimes, and with their distance might be a little bit further that they can see if they're higher up. So be aware of all those things, and it's going to help you stay out of the enemy's clutches. Anyways, I think that's about all I have to say on the subject. I wasn't even sure whether to bother making the video, to be honest, because like I say, I couldn't really get a definitive answer, so I'm not sure how much use this is, but maybe there's a few things people can take away. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea how this works, or whether I've missed something, or you know how this works better than I do. Do let me know. And thanks for watching.